For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. David Owens is suing Jorge Sanchez in the amount of $558.03. Mr. Owens claims the leather jacket he bought from the defendant's store started to peel and says he brought it back to Mr. Sanchez within the return period, but was denied a refund.
Okay, Mr. Owens, I understand you bought a leather jacket from the defendant's store.
That's true, Your Honor.
And you wanted to return it, but you were not able to.
I did. I wanted a refund.
Okay, tell me, what happened with the jacket?
I came into Mr. Sanchez's store on the 13th of April, told him I'm a new cyclist. I needed a jacket primarily to just match my new bike, but I also told him I wanted to drop some money on something good. So he took me to his top tier quality, products. I'm looking around. We both actually found this one together. It was kind of a good experience. But before I walked away, I was like, what's your return policy? He outlined the return policy there for 60 days, but I took it home and I'm wearing it. I'd say it was about a month and a half when the jacket started to deteriorate.
Okay, so then you wore it riding your bike, not riding your bike, hanging out, going out. So it was just a leather jacket, not specifically to drive on your motorcycle.
Both.
Both, okay, but not specifically. So how many times did you wear it in the month that you had?
I say probably 20 times.
20 times, so you wore it 20 times. And what did you do when you wear it? Did you go out to a movie, out to a restaurant? Did you play sports in it?
Sometimes I'm bartending. Gets cold back there, so I'll wear it. Just to and from work, to be honest.
That's it, so you would just wear it to and from work?
Yes, correct.
How many times did you wear it bartending?
3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times. And did you ever spill on it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you just wore it just walking out of the house, getting into work, you took it off, put it in your, little employee place, and maybe you wore it a couple times when you were bartending. So what happened to the jacket?
I started to kind of just leave a residue, like a flaky thing. Everyone at work was kind of trying to figure it out, and we saw these things coming off of the jacket.
So it's not real leather?
I don't think so.
Oh, did it say it was real leather?
Yeah, actually, Mr. Sanchez told me it was real leather.
Okay, does the tag say it's real leather?
I didn't check.
Okay, have you ever owned a leather jacket before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you have a 30 or 60 day policy?
In our store, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee.
So 60-day money-back guarantee?
Yes, Your Honor.
So they have 60 days to return, exchange, or refund?
They have 60 days to get a refund.
Okay, 60 days to get a refund.
Yes,
at a
but if I may add, he came in on June 11th, and he was trying to get his money back, which we have no objection. Once I saw the jacket, it's pretty damaged.
Okay, so let's continue with Mr. Owens then. So you went to the store 30 days after or 40 days after?
It was 3 days before the end of...
Okay, 3 days before the 60th day, right? Did you ever call him and tell him, I think this is defective?
No,
Okay. Did you stop wearing it?
Yes.
The jacket after you noticed it was defective?
Yes.
Okay. And did you put it in a bag? What did you do with it?
Just threw it over
So then
my
a
shoulder.
total you wore it maybe 20 times in what? 40 days, 45 days, 50 days?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, all right. Then you walked in 3 days before the 60 day, and did you have your receipt?
I did.
Okay, so why weren't you able to return?
Well, I came in, I was a little upset, and hey, this is not what you sold me, so take it back, please. He pointed out that I needed my ID, and I did not have.
Why
my
do you need
ID.
an ID? You know he's the one who bought it. He has a receipt.
Well, we just want to make sure, you know.
It's him. I mean, anybody can return anything with a receipt.
You're right.
You don't
Anyone
need,
can
you don't
return,
need an ID. Is that the store policy? It says you must bring an ID and a receipt, or just the receipt?
Mr. Sanchez pointed out it does actually say that on the receipt.
Okay, but so you saw him 60 days before. So did you go back within the 60 days?
I did.
Okay.
I made it back within the 60 days, but I didn't have the ID when I made it back.
Right.
Okay. But you knew he was in there before the 60-day expiration, so that technically tolls the 60 days.
Coming up on Justice for All.
So you made it on the 61st day with your ID and your receipt.
Correct.
So you knew he was coming back.
Yes, I knew
61
he was. I didn't know he was. I did not know if he was
61
coming
days.
back. He came in 61 days, 12 hours later.
Mr. Sanchez.
And later,
She was holding a small fox.
Okay.
I gave her the letter, and all of a sudden, this large fox came out at me.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of David Owens, who is suing Jorge Sanchez for fraud.
Yeah, Your Honor, but to get a refund, you know, we need to see the physical. Both.
No, nonsense. You know it was him who bought it. You're the one who told him.
But
You're the one who sold it to him. You helped him pick him out. You knew his face. You knew he bought it. You knew he came in before the 60-day expiration. So you knew it was him. You requested an ID, which to me is kind of ridiculous because I give my husband receipts all the time. Can you go return this? Can you go return this? They never ask for his ID at all. But whatever. So. You knew he was there. So you come in 60 days? Why does he not return it within the 60 days?
Only because of that ID issue.
So again, you forgot to bring your ID the second time?
The second time I made it, there was, I wasn't able to make it before the 60 days were over because work and hours. And
Okay.
I made it a day afterwards.
Okay, so you made it on the 61st day with your ID and your receipt?
Correct.
All right, so you knew he was coming back?
Yes, I knew he was. I didn't know he was. I did not know if he was coming back. He came in 61 days, 12 hours later.
Mr. Sanchez.
In our receipt, our policy clearly states, and it's in our receipt. In order to get a refund, you need to be
listen,
60.
I understand what you're saying, but he came in before the 60 days. You
He
knew
did.
he was coming back.
He did, but he didn't have a physical ID. and in order for us to refund, we need a physical ID
that's
so that we
comical.
can document.
Okay, that's comical. All right, so then what's wrong with the jacket now? Why won't you wear it according to your statement?
We had a pretty great conversation the first day. I told him everything that I'm looking for. This jacket no longer looks anything like
Okay,
that.
so tell me about the jacket, please.
When I gave
Mr.
him the
Owens.
jacket, it was
All right,
very.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm asking Mr. Owens about the jacket. Tell me about the jacket. What's wrong with the jacket?
Leather doesn't really do this in my experience.
Okay, can you show me? Can you put it up so I can see? It's all wrinkled. I mean, unless you roll it up and put it, can you touch it, Cinder? Is it leather? Could you tell if it's leather?
No.
Can I
it's
see
not.
that?
Yes.
Oh my God, this is not leather, Mr. Sanchez.
Your Honor, this
Really?
is the first time.
Oh, come on. This is not leather.
We don't-
You sold him this for $500, almost $600. It already has holes in it. It's already
probably
creasy.
a manufacturing error.
Oh, so it's a defect.
It could be. We don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
then you're responsible for defects. There's something called an implied warranty of merchantability. You are responsible for any defective product despite the 60 days return policy. So you send it back to the people and you say, look at this jacket. It shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be peeling off. It shouldn't have cracks in the quote, quote, leather. Send me a new one for my customer.
True.
So he's protected under that, Mr. Sanchez.
Not really. I mean, our policy clearly states.
Look, it left black things all over my desk, Mr. Sanchez. You're going to have to come and clean this
I
out.
didn't. It was the jacket.
It's the jacket that you sold to Mr. Owens. I know you didn't make it, but you're the store owner, and the store owner has a responsibility to sell good products. I know you didn't make it, you didn't sew it at home, you didn't do anything. Look at this. But you have the responsibility to sell non-defective products. And when they're defective, it's your responsibility.
You're right.
Clearly, that jacket's defective.
you're right. We have responsibility, but at the same time, we also have a policy in place to help alleviate some of the issues like Mr. Owens.
The implied warranty of merchantability trumps your 60-day policy of return with a receipt and ID. Got it? It trumps it, meaning it overrides it because that's a defective product. Therefore, that means you either need to refund him or get him a new product. Or you need to call yourself. You're going to have to deal with the manufacturer because he paid $600 for a jacket that's clearly not leather and that is falling apart less than 60 days after 20 times after wearing it. Have you owned a leather jacket before?
I have.
I still have my leather jacket that I had when I was 16.
I still have mine too.
So isn't it amazing how leather stays for so long?
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Then why didn't that stay? It didn't even stay for 60 days.
Your Honor, the issue here is that the customer did not come before the 60 days so that we could. We would happily issue a refund on the customer.
We're going in circles.
No.
I already told you that the warranty of selling defective products overrides your 60-day policy. Okay.
I will have to look.
Based on the evidence, Mr. Owens, I will grant your claim for $558.03 because clearly the defendant doesn't want to try and help us, either give you a store credit to buy a real one, or call it's on him to call the manufacturer and get refund from him. But he clearly doesn't want to help because he cannot get past a 60-day mark in his head. So we will make it easy for you, and he can deal with the manufacturer, and we will just make Mr. Sanchez reimburse you the $558.03. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $558.03.
Final thoughts.
Yeah, they say ignorance is a bliss, but today you really abused it.
Don't waste my time.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Coming up on Justice for All.
All right.
We have this gray foxes all the time.
Okay.
It's not uncommon.
No, that's wrong.
All right, Ms.
I have been living.
I wish there was a video.
I
We have gray foxes all the
Can
time.
I speak?
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Susie Gman is suing Vanessa Hill in the amount of $1,250. Ms. Gman claims she wound up in the ER after she was bitten by a fox on her neighbor's property and says Ms. Hill owes for her medical bill.
Ms. Gman, I understand you were bitten by a fox, a gray fox, and you believe the defendant is responsible.
Correct.
Okay. Explain to me why the defendant is responsible.
She is responsible because on a Thursday afternoon, I went to my mail. I saw a letter for the defendant.
Okay.
I went through her gate. I saw that she had something that she was holding.
Okay.
As I got really closer, I saw that she had a fox. She was holding a small fox.
Okay.
I gave her the letter, and all of a sudden, this large fox came out at me. Actually, it was on my right side, and look at this.
Okay, and bit you. Okay.
Look at
Your
this.
Honor,
All
we
right.
have this gray foxes all the time.
Okay.
It's not uncommon.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
All right, Ms.
I have been
Mrs.
living-
I wish there was a video.
I
Mrs.
We have gray
Gman,
foxes all the
can I
time.
speak? Can I speak? So then you got bitten by a fox, okay? And why is that the defendant's responsibility for the fox? I saw the picture, Ms. Goldman. You submitted the pictures with your case. I have that. How is Ms. Hill responsible?
I had to go to the emergency
Okay, you're not
room.
answering my question.
Coming up,
And out of nowhere, this gray fox comes and attacks her.
Wow.
And I express empathy. I empathize
Okay.
with the situation, but
Yep.
I don't feel like I'm financially responsible. I don't owe her a dime.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Susie Gman, who is suing Vanessa Hill for medical expenses.
I understand these gray foxes basically roam the neighborhoods in Maryland. You know, they kind of walk around, even though they're nocturnal, they will walk around in playgrounds and people's backyards. Is that true? Is that common that you guys
Yes,
have
it's
them?
very common. They roam, they hunt.
Okay.
They're around.
And is it common, Ms. Gman, you've seen gray foxes around the neighborhood or walking around?
Yes.
Okay,
However,
just like in
I think there's something.
Just like in California, there's coyotes everywhere. They walk around my neighborhood like they own the place. All right, so Miss Hill, why don't you tell me what happened on the day that the neighbor came over to give you your mail?
So the day the plaintiff came over to give me my letter mail, I was cleaning around the house and I heard some yapping sounds. So I went around the backyard and I seen a baby fox laying there. I thought it was hurt. I love animals. I got emotional, so I put on some gloves and I took a towel and I wrapped the baby fox up and I was trying to go inside to see if it was okay. Coming around from the yard, that was when I look up and I see the plaintiff approaching my yard and I'm like, what is she doing here? Because I'm not fond of her.
Okay, clearly.
And she comes right there with the mail, and out of nowhere, this gray fox comes and attacks her.
Wow.
And I express empathy. I empathize with her situation, but I don't feel like I'm financially responsible. I don't owe her a dime. And she said she's taking me to court, so here we are.
Okay, all right. And what other evidence do you have, Ms. Gman, that you can give me?
I went into the emergency room. I had to get rabies shots, and that was
Rabies shots for $250, a special ointment for $250, prescription medications $250, and a tetanus shot that was $500, plus the $450 ambulance fee, right?
correct.
So, which is the right thing to do because it's a wild animal, exactly.
I'm asking for $1,250.
Okay.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
The same thing could have happened to her. That fox could have bit her as well. Okay? So you're still not making the connection. Okay? The mere fact that foxes are normal in Maryland, that they walk around in playgrounds, people filming them in front of, they're walking on their street, just like coyotes do in California, it doesn't mean that she has control and power over them and tell them what to do. She didn't do anything that was unreasonable or negligent for this fox to bite you, okay? She does not have control over a wild animal or an animal that is not hers, okay? Just because it happened to be on her property that she didn't invite, it just happened to roam into her property, has nothing to do with the fact that it bit you, okay? So based on the evidence, Ms. Gman, I do not find the defendant responsible or that she acted negligent in any way, and I will deny your claim for $1,250, okay? Good luck.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Well, I'm glad I won the case. I didn't want it to get to this. We're still neighbors, and I just really hope it can be cordial.
I think it's very wrong what's been decided.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.